Hello friends, how are you? Today we will talk about 2 official messages from Boom, where he explains that the Skibidi Toilet movie is cancelled, that he is sad, and that the project was left abandoned. He would also react to a couple of messages from followers, such as the official release date, whether Michael Bai treated him badly, and whether he would delete the Discord channel. That's not all, because D from Ohio and Strader would also be answering a few questions on Discord about the series and more, so stay tuned because this video is going to be really good.
First of all, let's start with the quick context in 5 seconds. It turns out that Evian and Boom were chatting privately on Discord, where some pretty interesting conversations came up, and Evian would later make them public, showing the 2 long messages you're seeing. So, let's go ahead and translate them. First, Boom says, "Hey guys, I'm very disappointed and upset. Lately, I feel like the movie isn't being made." A quick pause here, if you're very lost. Yes, a movie is being made. Just to clarify. At least, I haven't received any updates about it so far, and I haven't seen any previs. If you don't know what a previs is, it's like short previews where they fix certain parts and also help you stay up to date with what's happening. But let's continue. Up to this point, we are not being involved, or at least I'm not, in any discussion of details. There's simply nothing. Yeah, dude, pretty sad. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time he talks about this movie. Now, there's another message, but before that, it's already been a year. Yes, it's been a year. Well, almost a year. Actually, 11 months. Because on July 24th, Boom clarified for the first time that yes, the news about the movie was true. But guess what? Both that announcement and the Discord channel were deleted, which has fueled rumors that not only is the movie not being made, but that the project has been cancelled altogether. I'll repeat again. These are just rumors, since Boom simply deleted it. But now that we've covered that, let's move on to the second statement. I also want to say something. There was a more recent idea to make a kind of very short project by Michael B, and also as a new collaboration. Pause again. Yeah, I know the pauses are kind of annoying, but I want to tell you that this project was going to be around 5 minutes long, more or less. That's what could be understood a few months ago. It was going to be like a pilot episode for a cartoon, and if people liked it, it would become a series. Something like Skibidi Toilet, which yes, is a series, but this one was going to be more like, I don't know if you've heard of the amazing digital circus, where the episodes are fairly long. Well, something like that. And it was planned to be distributed on Parabon Pictures. I don't know if you already knew that info, but now you do. Anyway, let's continue with the statement. This idea I'm telling you about has existed for at least 6 months, or was developed around half a year ago. And yes, up to now I haven't received anything. Just like with the movie, I'm completely isolated from the process. No concepts, no updates, and honestly, it all feels vague and blurry. The only thing I saw was described to me over the phone.
Here, he doesn't specify very well if it was with images, if he made a video call, if they sent him the files and he could leak them. We don't know. But to finish, he explains a few parts of the script, and that's it. I feel like a fool. My hope for this is dying really fast, at an immense speed. Yeah, dude, we woke up to very bad news. The movie is cancelled, in short, or at least that's what has been understood so far. Hopefully Boom clears this up in the coming weeks or days, or even that Michael B speaks about what's going on. What is certain is that things are not okay between the company Inbits and Boom. This would explain why episode 79 was delayed, and hopefully episode 80 comes out as planned. But we've talked enough already. So what happened? Are there more updates? Yeah, dude, here you go. A person named Belle Ruby asked, "Hey Boom, and about what you said, is the episode still on track to release this week or not?" And Boom reacted with a kind of like, "So yes, the episode won't come out today, but it will come out tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, 100% confirmed. So no, we won't have spoilers anymore, no more information, nothing, just the episode right at the exact time." The good thing, dude, is that finally there's some good news after so much bad. Also, Cool Kid commented that Michael B directed Transformers, and Boom used to love that franchise, so it sucks that this director treated him like that. And Boom reacted with this kind of 100 gif, like he agrees. Damn, dude. It looks like the phrase, "never meet your heroes" became canon. But anyway, now that we've touched on those topics about Boom and something important, let's move on to other good things. Quick pause. The secret word of today's video is strawberry. The first one to comment it gets pinned. But now, let's continue. Do you remember that Strider uploaded this statement, apologizing because Boom was being indirectly cancelled because of him? He also uploaded this animation to his channel showing how he would have made episode 78. Well, he would answer more questions on this topic, and also about the future of the series. Because Daryl asks, "Hey, and the animation you uploaded, or that video, Boom didn't like it? Or basically, why wasn't it released?" To which Strider replies, "Well, he said it in a stick stream. He really thinks it's not authentic to his style. And before episode 78, I was really bad or dumb. But after I saw the original episode Boom released, my view on animation changed completely. And now I think I have better ideas. Before, I was just making trash." To which Daryl replies, "Well, I think working with Boom sounds like a dream, although it actually isn't that much." And Strider says, "I'd love to make an animation again and show him I can do it now." So people think Strider might come back to animate for Boom, because up to now, he's only been animating some models. But who knows, maybe they'll give him a second chance. That would help episodes come out faster. Now let's talk about Drift Ohio, who also helps Boom with the episodes. Someone asks him, "Hey, and how did you help Boom?" And he responds, "For episode 78, I did more or less the same as Strider." Then the person replies, "Do you think you could show us?" And he says, "I don't know. Maybe if Invits and Boom give me permission to publish it?" If you're not very clear yet, he's referring to something like the video Strider also posted. Well, FromJoe would make a similar one, in his own style and animation, and he might want to publish it, but first, he needs to ask. And if they say yes, it's likely we'll get a video on his channel to compare his version with the original episode, which I think would be great. In fact, Seer tells him, "Hey dude, please share your test now." And Deer replies, "Well, maybe later. Let me ask Boom and Invits to give me permission." And then again Stir says, "Oh sorry, I thought they had already given you permission, my bad." And Deer finishes with, "I haven't asked them yet, but I could." Since we're talking about this, there was also an image being taken out of context, the one you're seeing, where two cameramen are inside the base and there are red lights, which indicate things are getting out of control. You might say, "Hey Soot, but why is it being taken out of context?" Turns out the user Dino Sanic was making an animation and sent that image to Drift Ohio in the public server, and he was suggesting changes, like adding more lights or increasing shadows, etc. Some people were saying Deer was leaking some settings for the next episode, and that this was going to be an official image or spoiler, but it doesn't look like that. It seems he was just helping make the scene look higher quality. Now, guys, to wrap things up, people are canceling the director Michael Boy over Boom's recent messages. The community is really upset with him, calling him a traitor. But wait, that's not all. Do you remember this page you're seeing and some upcoming collaborations Invits had? Well, all the fans are saying they're no longer going to buy the products. They'd rather turn their backs on the company, which they feel isn't doing anything for the series. They even say everything has gotten worse since they got involved. Because ever since their collaboration with Boom was announced, episodes have taken longer to release. At this point, I don't know what to believe anymore. But this video Michael B recorded also resurfaced, where he explained that he had nothing to do with the series and wasn't producing it. And it seems like, yeah, that was all true. And he's really not putting in any effort. Hence Boom's frustration. But anyway, that's just for clarification. And that's it for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments about the movie, what Boom has said, if you think the episodes will come out faster, and overall about everything we touched on in this video. But most importantly, do you think it'll release on Saturday or Sunday? That's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm Sud, and I'll see you next time. Bye.